Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to KnitChat. My name is Noelle.
And I'm Kelly.
And we're coming to you from Southwestern Ontario. And tonight, just before we came on, it was actually my internet and computer that were giving us trouble. So just fingers crossed that everything goes okay. So we are a mostly knitting podcast. This is our weekly get together where we talk about what we've been working on, if we finished anything, what you're working on, some of the different knit-alongs that we've got going on. So we do other things other than knitting. Kelly does sewing and I do spin and weave, but mostly lately I've just been knitting. I really need to get back to those other things. So anyway, we see that there's a lot of you in here already tonight. And who was here first night? I don't see her name there anymore, but she was here from Dublin.
Oh, Dublin.
But I know that it was quite late there. So anyway, welcome to everybody. We've got Sharon, we've got Jermaine, we've got Cricket, and everybody was having a good little conversation about what they were working on before we came in here. So there's someone working on a love note. We've got Karen here from A Yarn Tale. I saw Irene was here from the 3-Ply podcast. I saw that Sheila was here from out west. We've got Sharon. Oh, I think it's Beatrice maybe that was here from Dublin. So yeah, so that was really nice that she stayed up late just to join us live for KnitChat. Absolutely. And so a lot of people are saying that they like coming here because they don't have any people that live close to them that like to talk about knitting, and that a lot of husbands don't necessarily get as enthusiastic about it as we do.
What?
No, we wish they would, but they don't.
How is that even possible?
Well, it is.
My husband just jumps for joy when he sees me with knitting needles in my hand.
He does not. No, he doesn't. Someone said their husband.
He's like, put the sticks down. That's what he's always saying. Put the sticks down. Pay attention to me.
I say to Ross, do you like this? He goes, yeah, it's okay.
It's okay.
I'm like, no, that's not the response I wanted. So anyway, so I guess we should say, Beth said my audio is crackling
and breaking. It stops when you stop moving. Stop moving.
Okay, I'll have to try and not move. That's going to be very, very difficult. So
yeah, we knew that we had this issue tonight with her. She thinks it's her computer. You know?
I do. I think I need a new computer.
But there are also quite a few storms in the area, and that could be an issue too. I was a little bit worried about that. A big windstorm was going through just before we came on here, and I thought, oh gosh, not tonight. Not tonight. So I usually have notes. I don't have any notes tonight. We're just kind of freewheeling, but
I don't have any notes.
I forgot to play this after the video. So this is just to get you in the mood. This was a cute little thing.
They might have already seen it.
Well, they might have seen it on yours, but we've got one to play at the beginning of the show and one to play at the end.
At the end, yeah.
Right. KnitChat night. KnitChat night. KnitChat night. KnitChat night. KnitChat night. KnitChat night.
Our little spokespersons, Molly and Isla, thank you. And I know Zoe's watching. Jacqueline just signed in and she said Zoe's watching. So
yes, hi Zoe. Hi Molly Zoe. And Isla if you're watching. Hi Penelope if you're watching, because Penelope even sometimes watches.
Yes.
So.
And I know that Miles is not watching tonight because he's out visiting, but he'll watch later. So that's all the grandchildren taken care of.
They were so cute. Rachel sent that to me this morning. So
it's really cute. It's really cute. We've got one for at the end too. They're little reminders that they're giving us. And I guess, well, first let's just, because I was supposed to pay attention to do the timestamps. I feel really disjointed today. It's been a really chaotic day for me. And I've had a lot going on at work. And I don't think that I've really got myself turned off from work and other events right yet. But maybe as this goes on, I'll get better, hopefully. So
And
I'm going to start marking down some things for time
to
codes.
move.
And you're trying not to move, which is really hard.
Hard time.
Because you're like the ants in your pants girl, always. Yeah. So, okay, we're at 5 minutes in and we've not said a thing yet.
Okay. Someone asked how old I was when I moved from Ireland to Canada. I was 5. So I don't remember a lot. I do remember some things, but I was not very old. But I've only been back once and absolutely loved it. And I want to go back again. So, okay.
I was going to say we should talk about what we are wearing because we're both wearing sweaters tonight.
Yep.
And I don't think I've seen yours on you yet. And I love it. I was noticing it when we were getting you in and out there tonight, how much I like that color on you. I really like that color.
Thanks.
That is the Leo
like
and
yours
Roxy
too.
silk, isn't it?
Yes, the linen silk.
I really like it. Okay, talk about what you're wearing. How about that?
Okay, so I am wearing, I'm just going to find it and bring it up here because it's so much easier to show a picture than for me to try and stand up, especially when I can't move. So there we go. So this is the Floodlight Tee, and it is by Tanis Lavely. Let me just bring that up. There we go. Okay, so this is done in a combination of the Leo and Roxy silk linen blend, which is 65% silk, 35% linen. And then at the top, you have kind of like striping, but it's just done with a coordinating mohair. So this is their silk mohair. So this color is called Morning Glory. And yeah, both are Leo and Roxy yarns. I love it. The tee actually in Tanis's pattern shows it with this little keyhole at the back, but I figured no one can see that keyhole at the back if my hair's covering it. So I kind of like it at the front. And then I just put a little pewter button up here. Modifications that I made, the sleeves were supposed to have an I-cord edge, but I liked just a little bit of rib. Instead, it sat better. I did try one with the I-cord. I didn't like it. Same with around the bottom. You could have done an I-cord edge, but I liked it better just with a little bit of a rib. And then I did tubular cast off. So those were, other than that, those were basically the only modifications I made to the pattern.
I really like that. I really like it.
So I really like it. It's comfortable. It's the linen silk is so nice to work with. It is so soft. It's just, I have more of it. I might have actually got more of it this week.
Oh, might you have?
So
I've still got mine sitting out here and I have to decide what to do with it. I've come up with like several ideas of what I thought I would like to do with it. And then I just like, well, do I really want to do that or do I want to do something different? And you know what? Like it's really close to the sweater that I'm wearing now. So I think I sort of lost my mojo for it, just thinking, well, I've already got a summer sweater now that's in something similar and it's really soft too. But I don't know. I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting on this because I love it so much. I really do. It's beautiful, beautiful. They dyed this for their fourth anniversary.
Yes, because 4th anniversary, the traditional gifts are silk and linen. So they did a silk linen blend for their 4th anniversary.
So pretty.
Okay, so you need to talk about what you're wearing.
I am wearing the Melody sweater by, well, it's published. Oh, it is a unit. Oh gosh. Now I'm thinking about the sweater I wore last week, which was Andrea Yetman, also for unit. But okay, this one is by Unit in Toronto. And the pattern is actually designed for a long sleeve sweater and a little bit longer in length, but I just cropped it and I wear it with dresses for summer. So I wanted it really, really short and cropped so I could do that. And then I just went with a short sleeve pattern. I really, really, really like the yoke pattern in this sweater. And I think I would knit it again using like a more winter weight yarn or something that I could add mohair to, because I just really had fun. It's kind of the little motifs are like a twisted rib. So there's a lot of texture in the yoke. And I think it's interesting to get a yoke that has so much of a pattern in it and you're only using one color. It's pretty distinctive. And it was a fun knit. It was really easy. And yeah, that's what I have to say about that. Sarah saying it was hard for her to decide what to do with her Leo and Roxy. And I think last week, she was talking about knitting a tank top with it. And I don't know if you move forward on that at all, Sarah, but that's a great idea too.
Well,
great idea.
If you do some research into silk, it's actually supposed to be good for either warm weather or cooler weather.
Okay.
So you don't necessarily have to do just a summer tee with it. You actually could do, and that will segue into something that I'm going to show you later. You actually could do something that's a little bit more for the cooler weather.
Okay.
So it doesn't necessarily have to be just for a summer tee. And especially when you've already got now a summer one in that color, you might want to think about like doing something for like fall, winter.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
and Jeannie was noting too, she's going back to your sweater. She has long hair as well. And she says if she's wearing something at the back, her hair is getting caught around that button, that keyhole button. And so that would be a problem for me too. And you would have the exact same problem. So she said, what you've done is a nice workaround.
But plus this button is sewed down. It doesn't actually open. I don't need the button to open to get it on and off.
Ah.
So you don't even, I actually have to button anything. I sewed it right closed because I figured that would happen or it would come undone but with it closed, it makes it super easy. So, and that was another thing. There was an edging that Tanis had around this, but I thought I think it looks fine the way it is. I don't think it really needed anything further.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
very good.
Yeah, I really like it. And it's funny because I don't wear blue that often, but last week I had blue. This week I have blue and I don't mind it. So
no, I think it's a great color on you. I don't know why you don't wear it more. I think
because my mom, my hair was more red when I was younger, and my mom made me wear blue all the time because blue looks good on redheads, and I think I was just tired of
it. So you said, I'll fix her, I'll wear pink.
That's right.
Because isn't that the rule that you always used to hear is like, if you have red hair, you shouldn't wear pink. But I think pink looks fantastic. Or red, yeah. But I think those colors look good. You can wear any color you want to wear. That's what it comes down to.
That's right. So
Mary saying Holst with the mohair would be really nice, Kelly. Well, gee, Mary, I don't know if I have enough Holst yarn to make another sweater. I saw before we came on here that there were a few other people in here that are now waiting on Holst orders. And I said that wrong. That makes it sound like they're waiting, that there's a delay. There's no delay. That have ordered and they're waiting for the delivery. Yes. And
okay, speaking of that, you know how people have asked us before how we knit with our Holst cones?
Yes.
And that if you're knitting double, you do have to roll some off. But I bought this.
Oh, a big spindle or a butler or a yarn bro. What's it even called?
It's a paper towel holder.
Oh, a paper towel.
I bought it at Winners. But look, it's perfect.
It is perfect.
So then it can just sit on the ground. There's more stability so that your yarn isn't falling over. Because I find the cone, it's just sitting on that little lip that's at the bottom of the cone.
It is a little tippy. It is. It can be tippy.
And it does tip. So you just put it on one of these.
The nice thing about that is because your post is so long, you could actually stick your mohair or whatever on top as well.
Yeah,
and then you could be pulling off of two at the same time, right?
So yeah, so I was
at Winners. Those too. That's a great idea.
I was at Winners just looking for a shower present, and I came home with things for me.
Why not?
Yeah, I thought that was a great idea. And then your yarn's not sitting right on the ground either. So even if you were outside, this could sit like you wouldn't have to put your yarn on the ground. That could sit down just on my deck beside me, or and it's a pretty wood one. And at Winners, this was like $14.99.
That's a great idea. So, although I'm just surprised you didn't ask Ross to make you that. Honestly,
I did, and he didn't, so I bought one. I showed him.
Beth is waiting on a drops order from Wool Warehouse. It's gone for a walkabout at Customs, she says. That's not fun. That's not
Sharon
fun.
got a cone of dried plaster. There's a lot of people that have bought that dried plaster.
We love.
We can all be
dried plaster.
Twinning. We can all be twinning wherever we go.
We could have a dried plaster knit along at this point, I think. We should have a Holst along at some point, I think.
Yes, we should, for sure.
Yes, we should have a Holst along. Lillian says that I've got mohair in my nose now. Just got 4 Holst cones from Little Red Mitten this afternoon. Yay, Lillian. Husband asked her if she ordered something, and I said maybe, and some condiments. And that's right. That's right, Lillian. We like that. We love us some condiments, don't we? We do. We do.
Okay, so if we're talking about condiments, I did go to Little Red Mitten last week to drop off the metamorphic sweater that I had knit for them.
Yes.
And I might have picked up some condiments.
Okay.
So anyway, I'm sure that everybody has seen the new sweater that's out by Hohi. Right? The
oh yes. Yes.
yeah, the
summer boxy
fade.
Yes.
Well, it doesn't have to be summer.
Well, it looks
the lace
summery
and
though,
fade
because it's
boxy.
so open. It just sort of makes me think of a nice summer sweater.
Yeah, but I think that I might do one in. Let's just take the. I always hit the wrong button on here. There we go.
Oh, I like.
That's the linen.
I like.
That's the silk. So the silk linen blend, right? And then
Yes.
the mohair. So this, I had one skein of this, the pink and the
Yes.
silk linen.
Yes.
But I picked up another one when I was there, and Jolene had dyed this mohair for me to match it. So this color is called Peony.
It's beautiful.
So I think, and there's 490 yards, 490 yards in one of these. So 2 of these and 2 of these should do that sweater. And that will like,
yes.
I mean, I like hers in the fade, but I prefer all one color. Just with the difference will just be in the texture. Like,
so
you'll
will
have
you do
the mohair will be the lace.
That's what I was just thinking.
Yes,
Okay.
the mohair will be the lace, and then the silk linen will look really nice with that. And I think it'll have a great drape for that type of a sweater, like that really flowy open sweater. So that's my plans for that. And I figured that's a sweater that I could wear into the winter, because you probably wear like a camisole or something underneath it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Yes.
So anyway, so you could do that with your parchment.
I could.
That would look nice.
I do. And I actually have mohair that's really, I don't know where it went now, but I
thought you bought parchment mohair.
Did I?
Didn't you? I thought you did.
I don't know what I bought. No, I think, no. I bought, nope, that's not even it. There's, it's around here somewhere. I bought a couple of colors of mohair, like just for.
Oh, that's right. Just to have.
Yeah. And one of them I think was like an almost perfect match to this.
For that, yeah.
I could do something like that. I could, or I could do like a floodlight tee as well.
Well, even that one would even be nice. Like even if you opened it down the front and made a cardigan with it.
Oh, that would be nice too, wouldn't it? That would be pretty dressy too.
Because then it would be even
really
nice over a dress. That's right.
So very nice. I'm laughing at Terry's comment. She says that she's waiting on her monthly sock subscription, and in Ontario, actually all across Canada, it wasn't just Ontario, it was all across Canada. Rogers had a major shutdown. The world came to a screeching halt on last Friday. And so she said that her post office was closed. So now they've reopened and the computers are not working. So they said maybe tomorrow. So her yarn is being held hostage at Canada Post.
Wow.
That's tough go. That's a tough go.
That is. We're getting serious now.
We're getting serious. Yeah. You know what? Like lots of things can happen, but when you're holding yarn hostage, man, that's right. That's serious stuff. Rogers, get your stuff together.
Get on it.
Yeah. Get yourself together. This can't happen. No. I wanted to go in here. Just a second. What else were we talking about in here?
So Sheila said she just received her Drops Bell order, and she's going to make the summer hug. I'm just going to say summer hug.
Okay, so I finished. That would fall under what we're working on, I guess, right?
Yes.
For my time codes. I'm terrible at this. Don't ever ask me to be the secretary on a board for minutes or anything else. I get so into the talking, I forget I have a job to do. And then I can't talk and write at the same time either, apparently. So I bound off the hem of my sweater, my Sommerknus.
Summer.
I really wish somebody would get this pronunciation for us and like.
Well, we're just calling it Summer Hug.
We're calling it the Summer Hug, but it's actually, we think it's called Sommerknus.
Oh, I have it. Just a minute. I have it.
We have it. And so I've now bound off
Summer Hug because we have that too.
Well, that's the new knit along.
I know.
That's in there too. So I've actually bound off the hem. Yeah, this, we think Sommerknus by Elspeth Judith. Anyway, it's a beautiful sweater. Lots of people are making this right now. And so I've bound off now the hem. And so I did
same spot.
Yes. And which is never in the history of my knitting have I been in the same spot as Noelle.
Mine. That's why. I thought, no. Okay, Kelly, next week.
Oh, that was the back. I should. Yes. Next week we're wearing these. Hold us to it, everybody. We're going to wear these. I've got these 2 small sleeves to finish. There's literally hardly anything to do. And I love this sweater. Love, love, love. So we both actually bound off using the tubular bind off. I think I'm the slowest tubular binder offer ever. Like I did only have an hour each evening over the last couple of nights to do this, but it took me both evenings. So it took me like 2 hours to bind off this hem. And it's not that it's a huge hem. It's just, there was so much yarn that I had to do to pull through. So like you're pulling and you're pulling and you're pulling, and then you go back through and you're pulling and you're pulling and you're pulling. So that was the slow part, not the actual binding off. It was just that there were so many stitches and it was such a long string, but I love this sweater. Love this sweater. Can't wait to wear it next week when we have it finished at the same time.
Yes. Sharon said she did a tubular bind off, but that it's really tight. I think when you do it, you have to be careful not to pull, like you're pulling your yarn through, but you don't want to pull it too tight.
Okay. Right? Well, the because other issue,
you'll see your stitches, or maybe it's like, go ahead.
I was going to say the other thing you can do, I don't know what you did for yours, but in the pattern, it recommends to go down a full needle size. I only went down a half size. So I think
I didn't go down.
You didn't go down at all. No. So, well, I went down only because I felt that this was just going to be a little bit too loose if I left it at that. So I knit mine using a 5 millimeter. I went down to a 4.5 to do the hem, but I think the pattern actually recommends a 4. But something else that somebody could do if they still wanted to go down a needle size, but then they were cautious of the bind off, you can always just go up a needle size for when you're actually doing, well, no, that wouldn't work for an Italian. Never mind. Ignore that I said that. Or you could just knit your last row in a larger size and then bind off that way. That's something else that I've seen done.
Did you do the setup rows?
Setup rows for... No, because I did knit 1, purl 1. Did you do knit 2, purl 2?
I did knit 1, purl 1, but I still did the setup rows, like where the first row you knit, slip the purls, and the second row you purl the purls and slip the knits. I still did that to get because there's a difference between tubular and Italian. Tubular is when you do the setup rows. Yes. Italian's just when you do the sewn bind off.
Okay, well then maybe I actually did an Italian because I didn't set anything up. I just went right at it.
But I'm thinking that if you're having,
it looks like a tubular though.
Yeah, it still looks like it, but you just get more of a little edge when you do the setup rows. And that if someone's having trouble, it might help doing the setup rows because it gives it just a little bit more.
A little bit, yeah.
Fabric. Like I'm not sure, but like I didn't, and I usually do not go down a needle size when I'm doing it.
I don't usually, but I did only this time because I felt even the sweater knit on a 5 was just ever so slightly like a loose stitch. And I was concerned. I didn't want the ribbing to flare out at all. I even debated at one point, I thought maybe I should do like a 2x2 ribbing to try to get it to hold its shape. Or then I thought, well, maybe I should do twisted ribbing. And in the end, I just did a regular knit 1, purl 1, but I did go down just a half size so that it hangs pretty straight on the sweater. And remember, I'm not blocking this. I have no intentions to block this sweater. For the first time ever, I'm not blocking.
Sharon is saying that she is a really tight knitter, so she thinks she's pulling it too tight, and she did go down one size. So yeah, Sharon, I would suggest that don't go down and maybe try doing the setup rows first, and then just be aware when you're pulling it through that you're not pulling it too tight, and kind of check as you go along, like do a little stretch test with it and make sure that you've got some give in there instead of waiting till you get all the way down and then figuring out that it's too tight. So, okay, so she said she did 4 rows of setup. Then I'm saying you just don't go down the needle size and make sure you're checking it as you, because I think it is, when you're doing that, it's quite easy to pull that yarn tight, especially when it's a cotton type yarn, because it's really got no give like the wool does.
So, and see, I was purposely pulling mine really tight because I wanted it to hold that shape. So I don't know. Anyway, it all worked out. For me, it worked out. So that was that. And
Becky wanted to know if I like the Zoe. I like knitting with it. Becky, I don't know about wearing it yet because I haven't, it's not done yet, but I don't mind knitting with it. Like, it doesn't seem too bad on the hands because I think it's 60 cotton, 40 linen. So it's not quite as hard on the hands as like a, like something that's 100% linen. So,
yeah. Okay. So
I did have one finish.
You do have a finish? Okay. What have you got?
I have got this.
Oh, it's so cute.
This is my first mini mint. And this is a pattern by Natalie of Remembrances Pottery. Let's find it here. You know, my eyesight is terrible. When I'm looking at these things, I can't even find the the writing's too small. The writing's too small. It's not me, it's the writing. So, anyway,
maybe you need that. Maybe you need that extra pair of glasses that you like to wear. You know,
I need that. I know the pair on top of the pair.
Yeah, the pair on top of the pair.
Okay, so this is a fingering weight sweater. This one is size 4. So this one is for Zoe, but like if you look at it, it's pretty generous for a size 4.
It's so cute.
And this one is done in Katja Yarns. What's it called? United socks.
United socks. The little minis.
And then there's, yes.
Aren't they 25 gram balls? Yes.
25. Yes, they are. So the whole sweater, I think, took 681 meters. So, yeah. So I'm really happy with it. I'm going to show you my blocking picture because anytime I'm blocking something, and not just colorwork sweaters, but any kind of sweaters. Like, I don't know about anybody else, but I don't like when you flatten it out and you get that kind of that fold seam down the arm, or a fold seam down the sides of the sweater. So when I block this, I have a pool noodle specifically for the kids' sweaters because it was a smaller diameter. Yeah, I cut into pieces so that I can put it into the sleeves, and then I put it into the sides of the sweater, so it kind of rounds out the edges. So you're not getting that flattened seam when your sweater's done. You know, because sometimes, especially in the yoke sweater, when you have that, when you put the sweater on, it kind of almost looks pointed.
Right. Yes.
So I really think the pool noodle is a really easy hack, I guess, for blocking out the sweaters. So, and
if you're living in anywhere near where we are, or you have the same climates where we're in summer right now, make sure you get it now, because let me tell you that when you're thinking that might work right around, late fall or December, and you go to your store, the pool noodles are long gone. But right now they're like super cheap. I bought a new one a couple of weeks ago too.
Yeah. Well, I have one, this is a small one that I use for the kids' sweaters, and then I've got a bigger one that I've got. And actually, Ross fashioned me like kind of put on a hanger, so you can actually put it on a hanger like after your initial blocking, so that you don't get those seams down the sleeves.
Yes. And then they even have, like, for the tiny sweaters, when I was doing the infant sweater, I couldn't find pool noodles small enough, but if you go into the your plumbing section in Home Depot, they have the little gray noodles that are only like about this thick around. And what that's used for is when you're insulating pipes for condensation, things like that. So you can get that. And it's maybe a little bit more expensive than a pool noodle, but it's a nice small circumference. So you can use that on the baby sweaters as well.
For the baby ones, I just used the inside out of paper towel holders.
Like, and it doesn't, inside. Did you wrap them in plastic first though?
No, I've already put the sweater into the washing machine to spin out all the excess water, so it's not that wet. So I just use that. Or what's even better is the inside of like a gift wrap thing, because they're a little bit sturdier.
Yes.
than the inside of a paper towel holder. And I found that worked. And then you could cut it, you could easily cut that to whatever size you needed for the sleeves and the sides. So,
Sarah saying, I bet you don't like creases down the front of your jeans either. She said that her aunt used to iron her jeans like that. I know. I remember those days too.
Okay, so this is my next one. I just have the sleeves to do on it. So this one is done in Holsgarn Coast. And I just want to show you, like, the color work is so amazing. I love color work. I would say color work is probably my favorite kind of knitting.
Yeah.
But if you look at this where is it? Which one? Up at the top here, like you see this motif here is in like the burgundy and the pink. And it kind of looks a little bit like candy canes. So then down here, I did that same motif, but reverse the colors. Like, look how different it looks. It doesn't even look like the same.
Doesn't even look like the same pattern.
It doesn't even look like the same motif.
No, not at all.
Right.
It's so cute.
It's so cool just to change them around. This is so soft in the coast. It just feels amazing. So I know someone was saying there that they couldn't use this for Christmas. I think it's in Australia because it would be way too warm. But you could do something like this and just do a little vest, so you could just bind it off here.
Oh, that would be cute. Like a little jumper vest.
Because the coast is just, what is it, 45% cotton and 55% lamb's wool. Yes. So it wouldn't be quite as hot, and it's a lot lighter. Yeah. So this one is Molly's, and this is the size 6.
Okay.
So yeah, so hopefully I'll get that one done in the next week or so, and then I'll only have 2 left to do, but I think I'll take a break and I'll do those a little later. Like December 24th.
Yep, exactly.
No, before then.
Yeah. Is your name Kelly? Yeah. Well, I have no finishes this week. None at all. Very little knitting time.
That second one wasn't a finish.
No.
that was still a whip.
Yeah. Well, I have only whips, just whips, lots of whips, nothing concrete finished. I'm just stuck in a bobble on an increase here, or not a bobble, a slub nub, a slub nub.
You're actually trying to knit.
I was trying to. I thought maybe it would like settle my head down and let me have like a concrete thought or something. But yeah, so I've just been working on this. We had to go to London on Saturday. So I went, I took this with me. So I knit all of this on the way to London, which is pretty significant. What's that, 1.5 inches?
Well, your rows are getting longer.
The rows are getting pretty long. Yeah. And I was the DJ for the car. We decided to have like a Spotify sing along, Mike and I. More me singing than him. But so we were just going song by song. So every song I'd have to stop, and then we were taking turns picking a song. And we were like deep diving for these songs too. And if anybody could have heard that playlist, it would go from one end of the music spectrum to the other. But we were having fun. Oh, say another name, Kelly. You might get it right. Linda just popped in. Hi, Linda.
I was going to
sweater stones.
Yeah, I don't know what they are. This is Sharon said that she got a sweater stone yesterday, and it's exactly the same as her hair stripping block that she uses on her horses. So it must be some sort of like gleaner type thing or something.
Okay.
But I've never heard of a sweater stone.
Never heard of it. Never.
So Sharon, you'll have to let us know what they are. Yeah, Kim says she has a gleaner. The gleaner, I know you can get a gleaner, and I know you can get the electric shaver thing. But other than that, I didn't really know of anything else that you could really use to
clean up,
depil your sweaters. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Now, Mary says sweater stones are nice, but we don't even know what they are. I'm going to have to look that up. Oh, she said it's exactly the same as her stripping block for the horse, but the stripping block for the horse is $6 and the sweater stone's $30.
Oh, okay.
So
Denise says they are a little like pumice texture, but synthetic.
Okay.
Oh, okay. That has to be something that's like from a different country than ours. I've never heard of it.
Never heard of that.
Never heard of it.
So
might have to investigate that a little further.
We're gonna have to look that up.
A sweater stone.
So, yeah,
that's an interesting concept, though. Really. Oh, Nikki says that she's not a fan. Okay, well, I'm going to look into it.
I just want to see them
I'm
and just see
curious.
what they are. Yeah.
Curious minds, right? So, we were going to talk about.
But I might use a horse stripping one. I might buy a horse stripping one
For
instead.
$6, right? I might
That's
start
right.
with that.
That's
Start
right.
with that. Yeah.
So,
let's talk about what we have going on for knit-alongs, and then let's have a little giveaway just because it's fun.
Okay. So we have
What are we going to do for? I'm looking for it. Sorry.
I'll put the socks up first because that was the first one that I saw.
Okay.
Okay. So we have a sock knit along going in Ravelry, and all you have to do is finish socks. We don't care if you started them in 2010. If you finish them, put them in there, and they're entered in the sock. We draw prizes once a month. So at the end of every month, we draw both a pattern prize and a yarn prize. And then at the end of the year, we've got a grand prize that was generously donated to us by the girls from Full Moon Fibers.
And it's an awesome prize. Look at this.
It is an awesome prize.
It is amazing. This gorgeous bag, and this bag stands up completely on its own. It's a canvas bag on the inside, so it's a stiff canvas, and it's nicely lined. You can even take this top part and you can tuck it in if you're so inclined, like if you want to knit out of a yarn bucket. It has this beautiful leather handle, and then they also have this gorgeous Nebula Eclipse sock set, which comes with 100 gram skein and then 2 minis. So you can get 2 pairs of socks out of this easy.
For sure.
And it matches the bag.
I know, it's gorgeous.
It's absolutely
I've been using
beautiful.
my bag. That's where I had all my catcha yarn doing the mini mint sweater, and it held all of them. The fabric on the inside is nice and light, so it's easy to find the color that you're looking for. And it was great. So,
and I also wanted to mention, since we're talking about Full Moon Fibers, they have a sale on right now. It's a good sale. It's a good sale. It's 20% off, is it not?
Well, it's 20% off, but I think there were things that were marked down more than 20% off.
There were. And I may have done a little shopping yesterday, but I did some shopping for prizes too. And they have some beautiful sock sets that they had on sale. So I went in and scooped up a bunch of those so that we have some sock prizes coming up. So I just wanted to say, if you haven't had the joy of using their yarn yet, get in there and buy you some, because it's really pretty. Their colors, to show this up close. Look at this. Just look at that. Stunning colors. And I love their Eclipse yarns. They have this on a few bases. It's so pretty. I ordered another one. I ordered one that will go with my whole, that one I'm not giving away. I ordered that one to go with some Holst yarn to do a colorwork sweater. So this is going to be the yoke. It's really pretty. So that's that. That's the first knit along that we have. And then the other one that we have going on is the Summer Hug Makealong.
Right.
And that one is running from July, August, and September. And I do not remember the criteria. Noelle, help me out.
You have to knit something that will give yourself a hug. So like a garment that you're going to put on, or a shawl, or a pair of socks, like something that's going to give you that nice, warm, cozy feeling. So now, although we're saying cozy because it's a summer hug, we want one of at least 30% of your fiber to be a summer fiber. So that means, like, if you're using a blend, like it's 30% cotton or 30% silk or 30% linen or 30% hemp, just a summer fiber. Flax. Yeah. So I am working on one right now. So I am working on the Ila by Isabel Kramer. And the yarn that I'm using is Terrarum Natura Robinson, and it is a 70% merino, 30% cotton blend. So I'll just put the name of it up here. Of course, we just have to color code these.
So many labels
names
in here
things
now.
In here that it's like hard to find. There we go. So this is Ila by Isabel Kramer. I'm doing mine in a pink color. So I've gotten it to the point. Did I hear a comment that said, of course she is?
Of course she is.
So
It's so pretty. It's so pretty
to
though.
the
I
point
love
where
it.
I'm almost at I'm doing the rib at the bottom now. So then all I'll have left is the sleeves. And I've tried it on and I love it. I absolutely love it. It's going to be the perfect cardigan to put on like over a dress if it's gotten cool in the evening, over anything really. Like and I really enjoyed the pattern. The pattern looks a lot more complicated than it is. Like you can see the texture shows up really nicely in this yarn. Like I think once I block it, it's going to flatten out a little bit, but I just really like how it's showing up. The band is knit at the same time. So the band is all knit as you go along. So I'm doing mine all in twisted rib, and then it's got a little I-cord edge up here. So I'm carrying the twisted rib down into the bottom, but because I don't want to have to do all the purl twists in the whole thing, I'm just keeping the full twisted just in the band stitches. And then you're only going to see the knit stitches on this side that actually have the twist. I'm not twisting all the purls for the whole rib of the sweater. So, but yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I love the color. The yarn's nice to work with. That's still that much left of my third skein.
Wow. That's fantastic.
Yeah. So the yarn is really going far. So that's Robinson by Durera Natura, and I got mine at the Knitting Loft in Toronto. And I think it's a relatively new yarn for them. And I know it does also come in a sport weight. I can't remember what the sport weight name is, but that same blend, and I believe the same colors, also comes in a sport weight yarn.
Yes. So a couple of things. Barb was asking if even their slub yarn is on sale at Full Moon Fibers. Yes, absolutely. It's on sale too. And the slub is what I'm using to make my tassels in the sky shawl. So that's where you get these really interesting little slub nubs. And this is what it looks like without the mohair. I'm pairing it with a mohair, but that's what it looks like on its own. And the colors are absolutely beautiful. This one is called Kale Me About It. So that was that comment. And somebody else said that they missed the name of your yarn. So it's the it's a odd sort of spelling. Durera
Natura. And it's Durera Natura, and the actual that is the brand, Robinson. And then the actual yarn is Robinson.
I don't know
Durera Natura. Whether you spelled it right?
I didn't. I think there's no N.
It's like, let me see.
You try. You've got the ball band. You should have just held that up.
Out with me. I think that's it.
Oh, right. Okay, it is. It's 2 words. Yeah. I was pretty close.
The whole first might be all one word. I can't remember. I don't have the band right with me here, but next week I'll bring the band.
Okay.
So
Teresa said that her host arrived, and so she has swatched, and she'll be casting on the Ela very soon. It's beautiful.
It's a really nice sweater, and it's a fairly quick knit because it's 19 inches, I think, is the stitch gauge. So, compared to the mini knit sweaters that I'm doing, that the stitch gauge is 30, it's nice to go to a 19. It seems like it works up a lot quicker.
And Sharon said that she finished her Joie yesterday, so it's 30% silk. So yes, get it in there.
Yes, get it in there for sure.
Get it in there.
That's right.
That counts. Okay, let's do a giveaway. Let's do a little giveaway. Let's use our little giveaway tool. I like to use that. So a lot of people talk about July being like Christmas in July. So we thought we'll do that. And I just have to activate the start collecting. Okay. There we go. So, can we get rid of that banner though?
Yep.
All right. I guess I should have done this first too, though, is I should have shown what we're doing.
We're away.
Oh my gosh. I apologize. I said my brain today is, it's like a Swiss cheese full of holes today. So how about one of our little pouches that we have? And we have the pony cord in there that we love to use. So, and then we also have a little envelope with our favorite stitch markers in there as well. And it has our logos on the front. We've got a couple of different kind. Oh, this one has glitter. Look at that cord.
I know.
I don't know if you can see the glitter.
That's definitely Christmassy.
This is Christmassy. And then there's this one, which I think is this a glow in the dark one? In case you lose your knitting. Yeah. You know, if you lose your knitting. So if you're interested to win one of these, you can just type in hashtag Jingle Bells. Look at that. They're already typing. They know the drill. type in hashtag Jingle Bells. Oh my gosh. Stop talking, Kelly.
Yes. And you guys, these cords are life-changing.
Life-changing.
How did we live without them? How did we knit for that many years without them?
I don't know. I really don't. Well, I do know. Annoyingly, that's how.
Annoyingly, it was put it on a piece of scrap yarn, and then like whenever I put my sleeves on a piece of scrap yarn, it's so hard to pick those
to get those first couple of stitches off.
I know.
Or if you wanted to try your sweater on, then you had to go and find like another longer cord.
I know.
Oh, the tragedy. So now that we have these things, this is like lickety split. I can try a sweater on like 10 times. It's that easy. It literally takes, a minute to slide it onto this. And it is a life changer for sleeves too. You're exactly right. Yep. So we've got, okay, people are still typing. So we'll let this roll a little bit longer. My 10 seconds, not Noelle's 10 seconds.
No, I know. Like I know with the course, like I have numerous ones of them. Like I've got ones cut in smaller sizes for the kids' sleeves. I've got one cut in sizes for my sleeves. I've got ones cut for like bodies of sweaters. And like right now, I have more whips than I normally have. So there's a lot of sleeve pieces that are taken up. So yeah, I don't know what I would do without them. You're right. When you go to try to put a sleeve back on the needle from a string of yarn, it's almost impossible.
Sharon is calling them the knitter's umbilical cords.
There you go. Okay, that's right. Perfect.
That's perfect. Absolutely perfect. Perfect. So, going back to other prizes that we've won in the last few, or not that we've won, that we've handed out in the last few weeks, by the way, everything is mailed out. So if you were a winner and you let us know, just watch your mail. It's on its way. I got everything mailed out over the weekend. So that's good news. Happy mail headed your way.
Yes, I know. It's so nice to get happy mail.
Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay. 10 seconds left.
Is it time for me to count yet?
Almost time. Okay. People are still typing, so I hesitate to do that. I always feel bad when people are still typing. So type really quickly, everybody. 10, 9, 8, 7,
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Noelle, you're ruthless. Ruthless. Okay. Cross your fingers, everybody. Make sure this works. I'm going to draw it now. And there we go.
I love seeing that.
It's working. It's working. Slowing down. Slowing down. Sharon Bird.
Sharon.
Yay. Congratulations. Congratulations. So I need the banner for our address.
Okay.
I'll get rid of that. Make us big again. If Sharon, send us just a quick little message. Noelle's going to pull the email address up here somewhere. There we go. At knitsandpiecespodcast@gmail.com. Send us a little message and we will get that out to you. Let us know too. Do you want the sparkly green cord or do you want the glow in the dark? Do you lose your knitting a lot? Do you want the glow in the dark green? Let us know which one you want and I'll tag that for you. And of course, as is our custom lately, whenever we do one of these little draws, we do not want to leave out the non-live viewers that can't join us at this time slot. So if after the podcast is
for anybody
finished,
else here that didn't,
or anybody else
like a chance to
whose
win one.
name is not Sharon Bird.
That's right.
Tonight. After the podcast is over, if you go back in and you leave a comment, we want to know since we're still on the Christmas in July theme, what is your favorite Christmas movie or holiday movie? Leave that comment below after the podcast, and we will do a random draw for that next week, and we will send one of those out to the random draw winner. And I see that we've got some little people that are sort of cheering us on here for the like and subscribe. So I'll play this little video for you. This is pretty cute. Again, our official little spokespeople, yes. Molly and Isla.
Big watching this in pieces. Watching this in pieces.
Please like and
subscribe.
So if you're watching, take a second, hit the little like button. It really helps the channel. It gets it in front of even more people. And we would love it if you would subscribe. So what else do I have in here? We've got some other pictures and little things to show.
I still have some things that I cast on. So I'll just, that's what it is, but I'm going to bring up a picture of it. So this is another little romper that I'm doing for Penelope. So this is the Emily Baby Romper by Natasha Gizamova.
Oh
so
my
I just
gosh,
started it.
That is adorable.
I just started it today. So I am doing.
So it should be finished tomorrow.
No, it's like, this is how you start it.
Oh, what fun.
So I'm doing it in Sirdar Baby Bamboo, which is a DK weight yarn. So this is, you do this first. So this is the little edging that's got all of the little baubles and the little leaf design. So it goes around like this, and you Kitchener stitch it, or Finchley graft, I don't know.
Or Finchley graft.
If I can Finchley graft it. And then you pick up the bottom and knit up, and then pick up underneath and knit down. So the only thing I haven't decided yet is whether I'm going to put, like, if you look at the pattern picture, I haven't decided whether I'm going to put full length sleeves, or realistically, like, you can even just put little cap sleeves, because that little ruffle is going to come down over the arm.
Yeah.
So
I think that would almost be cuter. Yes.
Yeah.
Just to leave the sleeves off. Yeah.
So I think I might do it like that, and just have that little ruffle to come down over the arms. And then of course I had to find some little booties that would go with it. So these are the little booties that I'm going to make. So they're a little bit different than the ones last time. So these have a double crossover strap, but I thought what I would do, instead of the buttons, I'm going to put the exact bobble that's on the romper where it joins up. And I think that would look really cute and stay on. So those booties are, let me just find they are Sarcha's Booties by Sarcha Debrugen. I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that right, but those are a free pattern. And if you look online, they are in Ravelry. They've been done in such cute colors.
They're really
I'm going to do them all in one color. I'm not going to do them like double tone, but there are people that have done them in variegated yarns, and they look so sweet. And they're such a nice little gift, right? If you were going to a baby shower. So I just think they're really cute. So I will be making those.
Super cute.
Yeah.
So Barb is asking, what is this Finchley that we keep mentioning? And I'm going to note the time. And Barb, if you come back in after, I'm going to put a link right up here over top of Noelle's head that will show you what the Finchley graft is. I have a tutorial for that I did on my Tangled Stitch channel, and I will go in there and link that for you. You can come back and look. Okay. And Sharon Burr made a comment that her name is pretty close to Sharon Bird. But Sharon Burr, you can definitely still enter afterwards.
That's right, for sure. So,
okay, what else did I have in here?
Anyway,
I didn't have any finishes this week, but I did have a sewing finish from a while ago that I had sent off to Miles. And Kendall sent me this picture of Miles this week. This is Miles wearing his little suit. So it's a little onesie that I made him, and sitting in his cute little wicker chair. He is gosh, he's a going concern. Miles had another little outing this week too. He went to his first outside concert. Look at that picture. I'm telling you, the joy on that little man's face right there is just, and he's got his little maraca. He loves music. No matter what he gets in his hands, he finds a way to knock things together or hit something else. He's constantly making music. And they had these little earmuffs on him so that the outside concert wouldn't hurt his ears. But she said he was mesmerized, just mesmerized by the music. He loves music. I think he's very musical. I told her he's very musical. Okay. What else have we got going in there?
Okay. Well, when I was at Little Red Mitten, when I would drop off the sample sweater that I'd finished, I brought home yarn to do some more sample sweaters. So one of the ones that I'm going to do, and it's been around for a while, is the City Limits sweater by Tanis Lavely. And I do have a picture of it here. So it's kind of a fade. So what I'm going to be doing it in is the Leo and Roxy basics and their mohair.
I love that sweater pattern too. I have that in my favorites.
Yeah, it's a nice pattern. So this is what it's going to be done in. So these are the colors that are going to be in the fade. So it's going to be like just a natural fade. So it's all like
very
kind of
nice.
Natural colors. That's
gorgeous.
Their basic black, their marled. I think this is not quite white. Their classic gray and their pencil point. And then it's going to be held with the Meredith mohair. So everything will have the gray in it, but then so it's going to be really subtle and really pretty. So that's for that. And then I'm also going to be doing a cozy classic. Oops. Okay. Now I'm totally screwed up. Okay, just a minute here.
We should have had wine tonight. I think it would have made things better.
We did not have wine.
I think I might have even put that on my Instagram post too, that tonight was going to be a wine night, and maybe it should have been. It might have helped. It actually might have helped.
Okay. It's a cozy classic raglan by Jessie Maid.
Yes.
So it's going to be in the marled yarn, but then I'm going to be holding it with this mohair. This is Fable. No, it's not. It's Heather. Okay, but isn't that going to look gorgeous? So you're going to get just like that subtle lavender glow with the
I'm
marled.
really interested to see what that knits like. So, okay, here. So this is the, I can put them on a blocker so you can see them a little bit better. But so this was using the Leo and Roxy marled sock to make a marled sock, go figure.
Mm-hmm.
But so actually I don't want it on a sock blocker because I want to look at the stockinette part. So there. So that's what it looks like. So
Yes, by itself.
I'm really curious to see what that's going to look like held with a mohair. I think I'm going to like it. I think you're right.
They had some swatches knit up and it looked really nice. Because I was even thinking, like, I am in love with the marled.
Oh gosh, now you just got me thinking.
While I was there, I had to pick up some more colors of the marled. Right?
So I have this color.
And I have this.
Gorgeous with a mohair.
Look how that would look with that mohair.
Oh, I have that one too.
So
yes, I do. That's the that's this one, right?
That's purple.
Purple haze.
Yeah, that's purple haze. Yes.
Oh gosh, I've even got.
You got did you use up all your lavender mohair?
Look at that.
Yep. And so there's with the light. Or this color is called One for the Money. But I think I'd put a blue with it.
I could just spend the day looking at yarn, dreaming about it.
They only had one skein left of this, and
that's pretty.
Had to get it. This color is called Pharrell Williams.
Oh yeah.
Do you know why?
No.
Doesn't he have the song "What Happiness Means to Me"? What's the happy song that he sings?
If you're happy, Sarah,
can't think of it,
Sarah,
but
help us out.
it's his song.
Yeah, it's a happy song. Happy
Happiness.
song. Yeah.
Is not called Happiness?
Yeah. No, I don't think so, but it's happy. It is happy. Sarah says
It
it's
is
happy.
happy. Okay.
It is
okay.
happy.
So anyways, so that would even look cute to do like one of my granddaughters, like a love note and hold it with a mohair.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
anyway.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Mickey says that she's bad. Mickey, you're not bad. You're amazing. She just bought the full moon fibers and a J. Henry bag combo.
Yay.
Oh. You just can't resist. It's so beautiful. They have beautiful yarn. Beautiful. Like I said, I could look at yarn all day long.
Okay. And so while I was there too, Jolynn and Jillian gave me some prizes to give away. So we've got some prizes for future knit-alongs. So I'll show you what they gave us.
Okay.
So first is this. This is their work sock set.
Oh, wow.
Isn't
That's
that color
amazing.
pretty? This is really pretty. I can't remember what's this color. Cabana. So this is, and I'll have the pattern to go along with it, the work sock pattern. So that was one. And then for a bigger prize for one of our knit-alongs, they gave us, so there's 2 skeins of the gray. I believe this is pencil point. Yes, pencil point. And then to go with this.
Oh, wow.
Minis. And
That's
as you
beautiful.
get, there's a pattern that someone's done, like using this, a shawl pattern with this and these. So they're going to send me a copy of, or a picture of that pattern too. So that, but I mean, obviously, if you win it, you don't necessarily have to do that. But we'll also
Do
be having that as a prize for one of our knit-alongs or make-alongs. So yeah.
Thank you, Leo and Roxy.
Yeah,
that's so kind and generous.
Yep. And if you like this, the feel of the basics or the feel of the marl to knit with is amazing. And I should know because I have knit 15 pairs of marled socks.
Yes, you have. Yes. I love
more than that.
We've talked about this before, and these, so I already have a pair of the work socks, and then
they're my favorite socks.
This was my leftover, and there was still something like 11 grams left over after making a full length pair for myself and then a pair of shorties. And I am a ladies 8.5. Okay. So that just tells you how fantastic the mileage is in that ball of yarn. These are some of my favorite socks to wear. They are, I don't care what Noelle says. These are soft like butter. They feel so good on your feet. They are so soft. They really are soft. Yeah.
But I've not really ever had butter on my feet, so I can't say that they feel like butter.
It would feel so good squishing up between your toes.
Yes, it would. I would feel disgusting.
We need our t-shirts. Feels like butter. Okay.
That's not what mine's going to say.
Yes, it is. It's going to say, I agree with Kelly. It does feel like butter. It does. Pat is wondering, how do you keep your knitting plans organized, especially since you have items on the go for your family members? Okay. Noelle thinks about knitting during the day. She goes to bed, she sleeps, and she dreams about knitting at night. And then she wakes up at the crack of no man's morning and gets up and starts knitting on those things until she takes her nap in the afternoon. And she probably has nap dreams about knitting too.
When I wake up in the morning, I'm thinking about Wordle words.
Wordle words. Now, see, I think about that before.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Well, actually, to tell you the truth, I put everything on Ravelry the minute I start it. So that way I do know what I've got on the go and what I've still got to do. And so, because I find if I don't, and even if I suggest somehow keeping track of your projects, because I might start something and it might be a heavier sweater and I might not finish it until maybe 5 or 6 months from now. Well, if I've taken that off, if I've left it on a cord and taken the needles off, I might not know what needles I use. So I make sure that I put my project in, I put the yarn that I'm using, I put the needle sizes that I'm using, and then that's there as a reference. So that's right, Nikki, I'm retired. I have no small kids. So.
Deborah said, do we have the round toe decrease technique written somewhere?
It was put on somewhere.
Put on somewhere.
Yeah, it's at the bottom of one of the live chats. I can't remember which one. I will find out which one and I'll copy it. And I'll copy it and put it again under this one.
Okay. We each do it just ever so slightly different, but it kind of has the same effect.
Yes.
It's pretty easy. It's like in my case, I do a decrease. So I do my first decrease at either end, and then I do 3 regular rows. I decrease, do 2 regular rows, decrease, 1 regular row, and then every row after that is a decrease until I get down to my 12 stitches. And yours is pretty close, but
it's a decrease 3 rows, decrease 2 rows twice, decrease 1 row 3 times, and then decrease till every. So mine's probably a little bit longer.
A little longer, yeah. This
And
one
basically, but they're basically the same shape.
Yeah, and that's what I ended up with my rounded toe there. So I would say I always want to measure things when I'm down here, and you know what? Oh, I do. I do have a measuring device. Let me see. I'll just tell you how long it is. Mine is 1.5 inches long, so yours might be closer to 2 inches.
Yeah, it's closer to 2 inches.
And then that is a Finchley graph on top. So you can see there's none of those little, I used to get like that little rabbit ear from doing a Kitchener. That was always kind of hard to hide. But I do find with the Finchley, it's just a little cleaner, a little rounder. Okay. So that's that.
See, there's Sharon's. Sharon's my person. She's a retired 5 a.m. person. But she lives in Australia.
If I can assure you this. Here's what I know. When I am retired at 5 a.m., I will be doing nothing ever but sleeping because I am not the 5 a.m. However, I was up still at 1 o'clock last night when the storm rolled through. So I'm a late night person.
There was a storm.
There was a storm. Yes, there was. Yeah, there was.
I seriously did not hear it.
Well, you have earplugs in too when you sleep.
I do have earplugs in. I do.
Yes.
So
yeah.
Anyway.
Do you know that there's only
a
couple of weeks left before we go to Chicago?
I know.
I'm so excited.
I know.
So
I'm
excited.
trying to figure out what I'm going to take to knit on the train. And
I know. I'll be thinking about that long before I think about what I'm wearing for the weekend. I'll be thinking about what I'm going to be knitting because it's like it's going to be a huge amount of knitting. Like because we'll get to knit on the train, knit the whole weekend while we're at the mini meetup. Hopefully knit. I'll probably do way more talking than I do knitting. I know me. But it's gonna be so much fun.
You know what? If I'm in person, I can knit and talk at the same time. It's just on this trying to read the little tiny writing.
Yes.
For the comments and putting up the right banners and
Irene, you're in here. So Irene is one of the hosts of the 3-Ply podcast, and I actually said it this time without messing it up. And they are partnering up with Frivolous and Frugal podcast and hosting a mini meetup in Chicago. And Noelle and I are going to go. Is there still space, Irene? Is there still room for people to go if they're interested? Yeah, we're really excited. Debbie wanted to know what are the names of the tops we're wearing. I'm wearing the Melody sweater, and you are wearing the Floodlight tee. Yes. Yeah. Yes, Nikki, I'm with you. She will not be a 5 a.m. retired person. She said her kids have gotten her up super early so many times that she will choose to never get up that early again.
Yeah, but I think that I started getting up that early just so I could have time in the day without kids being up. So, and then I just kind of got used to it because I didn't get up that early when I was a kid. Well, I don't know. Maybe I did. I should ask my mom.
No, I know I didn't. And our children didn't either. We had to wake our kids up on Christmas morning, for heaven's sakes. They were sleepers. We're sleepers.
I had to wake my kids up on Christmas morning too.
Well, yeah, at 5 o'clock. I mean, had Santa even been there by that point?
I was up and I'm like, come on, you guys. And then I'd have to go down and make coffee and Ross would be the last one down. Anyway.
Cindy said that she has not gotten a picture of her new puppy yet. She can't get the puppy to sit still long enough to get a good picture. Oh. She said when she gets one, she will definitely send us in to share with everybody.
And Irene said there is still room. So if anybody is local in that area and you can make it, it's at Hoffman Estates, Marriott, I believe.
Yes.
So,
But you could reach out to any of the ladies from those two podcasts that we mentioned.
Yeah.
And if Linda's still in here, I just want to say I had a half an hour on Sunday that I got to sit still and knit outside on the deck. So I took Linda out there on the deck with me on my iPad, and I was checking out her For the Fun of Knit podcast. And the sweater, have you seen her latest episode, Noelle?
Mm-hmm.
She has a sweater on there that jumped. Like, I stopped the podcast, I went into Ravelry, I got the pattern, and I put it into my favorites. I love that sweater that she's working on, the Astreas. Can't believe I remembered that in my Swiss cheese brain today, but I did. It's such a beautiful sweater, and I really, really like that pattern. So, yeah.
I know.
All right.
My problem is that there's too many sweaters that I like.
I know, mine too. I still have sweaters that I had wanted to get knit for the summer, but I'm going to knit one more. I've got to get this one done. We're going to finish our sweaters this week so we can wear them next week.
Okay.
And then I definitely want to get this other sweater cast on. And I may have more knitting time very soon. So there may be a light at the end of my tunnel. And
my sweaters for Little Red Mitten or for Leo and Roxy don't have to be done until Labor Day. So I might have time to do another summer one.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Oh, I like some of these late night people. See, Sandra says that she stays up till 3 o'clock in the morning so she can knit. I would do that. I do that on the weekend sometimes, Sandra. It's the only chance I get.
I'm done by that time. So.
Except when you travel with me and I keep you up, ply you with wine and make you stay up till 1 in the morning.
And then and then I get up at like 7:30 and I'm like, half my day's gone.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Yes. All right. So I think we are winding up here.
We are good. So
I think we're good. So join in the knit-alongs. Find us on Ravelry. And I didn't even have our names down below as I say that. Got we put too many things in here now, and I can't keep remembering to get them up there.
And don't forget, if you want a chance at winning the mini course, so just go in after the video's on, leave a comment saying what your favorite Christmas movie is.
Yes, and we will draw for that next week.
Yep.
Yeah. So thanks so much for joining us. We're having so much fun doing this every Tuesday.
Yep.
It's you guys are fantastic.
I seem like a little disjointed tonight.
See,
first of all, when you tell me that I can't move, it's hard enough to stay in this chair for the hour.
I know. It is hard. Well, you'll have to work on seeing what that sound issue is this week.
I know. I'm going to have to, Yep.
We'll have to do some tests or something maybe over the weekend and see if we can figure it out. And So thanks so much for coming out and hanging out with us. And don't forget to check out some of the people that we mentioned tonight, some of their podcasts, and Full Moon Fibers sale if you're interested. And be sure to let us know next week if you got anything or if you bought any condiments.
I think I'm not going to buy anything this week.
We'll see. We'll see about that. All right.
More knitting done. Okay. Take care, everybody, and we will see you next week. Happy knitting.
Happy knitting.